The following is a free excerpt from my full-length book, The Game Plan. Click the link below to get your copy. When it comes to sex, men communicate their desires directly, but women usually don't. Girls will rarely overtly say they're attracted to you. They prefer to be subtle. To know whether a woman likes you, you must become keenly aware of her nonverbal communication. You're about to discover the 5 most common signs that a girl is attracted to you. And no, I didn't learn these from some BS Men's Health article that was secretly trying to sell me cologne. I figured them out through years of experience. I've gone on hundreds of dates with women, and that has allowed me to see the patterns of how women behave when they like you versus when they don't. And to be clear, these signs mean a girl is probably attracted to you. But you can't be 100% sure whether a particular girl likes you based on only her nonverbal communication. Fortunately, there is a way to know for certain whether a girl is interested in you, and we'll talk about it towards the end of this chapter. With that said, let's dive in. Number 1, she holds your gaze. Strong eye contact means that a girl is comfortable with you and likes being around you, at the very least on a platonic level. Intense eye contact doesn't necessarily imply attraction, but the stronger the eye contact, the more likely it is a sign of sexual interest. Many guys miss this sign because they don't make strong eye contact themselves. If your eyes are darting all over the place, you're not going to notice when a woman is trying to hold strong eye contact with you. So, if you want to be aware of this sign, you should make a point to hold strong eye contact with women. This is especially true because if your eye contact is weak, you can kill the tension and make the girl lose interest in you. In a later chapter, I'll go more in depth about how to hold intense eye contact that is attractive but not intimidating. 2, she fills conversational gaps by asking questions. Let's say you meet a girl, talk for a bit, and as soon as there's a moment of silence, she fills it with questions like, "So where are you from?" or "What do you do for a living?" That's a great sign because if she weren't interested, she would be inclined to leave the silence hanging or to use it as an excuse to end the interaction. When a girl feels a need to fill the silence with questions, it means she wants to keep talking to you. You can be proactive about this by intentionally letting the silence hang after you finish saying something. If she fills that silence, she's at least somewhat invested in the interaction. Also, letting the silence hang is a good way to get a girl to start chasing you, and it can increase her attraction towards you by building tension. This technique kills 2 birds with 1 stone. 3, she is compliant. If you touch a girl and she responds by leaning towards you or touching you back, she's giving you a green light. She likes being touched by you. This is sometimes referred to as compliance. Not the most pleasant word choice, but it's accurate. This is a strong indication that a girl's interested in you, and because most women will wait for the man to make the first move, this is the sign I rely on the most, at least in nightclubs. In the day, touching a stranger you just met is more likely to come across as inappropriate. There is another form of compliance that's important to be aware of. If you attempt to lead a girl in some way, does she go along with it? For instance, you might invite a girl to go somewhere to sit down with you. If she accepts, she's giving you compliance. The same principle applies if you tell a girl that you should get a cup of coffee later in the week. The more enthusiastically she agrees to the proposal, the more compliant she is being. There's also a third type of compliance. If you make it clear to a girl that you're hitting on her, rather than acting like a friend, and she continues talking to you without rejecting you, that is a form of compliance and is also a very good sign. As a rule of thumb, you should be looking for compliance throughout your interactions. It not only helps you find out if a girl is interested, it also moves things forward, either by physically escalating or moving the girl towards a situation that's more like a date. And eventually, you'll be inviting her to come home with you. With that said, when you're meeting women in the day, physical escalation is generally less valuable than leading because it's more of a social faux pas, but in a bar or club, both types of compliance are equally useful. When we're attracted to someone, we tend to exaggerate how interesting they are to show that we like them. Often, this manifests in a woman laughing a lot, even if you're not being very funny. Laughing is always a good sign, and if a girl laughs even when you said something that wasn't actually funny, it's an even better sign. My online mentorship program has multiple clips in which girls burst into laughter even though I'm not being particularly witty. They are responding that way because of their attraction to me. She plays with her hair. When a woman plays with her hair, it often means she's doing one of two things subconsciously. One, she's trying to make herself look good so that you notice how attractive she is. Two, she's feeling self-conscious about her appearance because she's nervous, in a good way. Of course, sometimes, when a woman plays with her hair, she's just playing with her hair, but this is generally a good sign. Conclusion. You just learned the 5 most common ways a woman will show you that she's interested. Of all of these signs, the most important is that she gives you compliance. Looking for signals that a girl is interested in you is useful, and it is essential to be aware of how a girl is feeling. But the only one of these signs that you should heavily rely on is whether a girl gives you compliance. It can be easy to miss or misread the signs you're getting from a girl. Sometimes, even when a girl seems uninterested, she's just feeling nervous. The only way to find out for sure whether a girl likes you is by moving things forward, either by physically escalating or by leading her and eventually inviting her to come home with you. That's why this book has a chapter called The Complete Guide to Physical Escalation, which will give you a step-by-step process for escalating in a way that is very comfortable and uninvasive. The key to seduction is to be unhesitant with taking the lead and equally unhesitant with respecting any signs of disinterest. This will prevent you from creating uncomfortable situations while also making women find you more attractive. Your boldness is sexy, but your empathy is also attractive because it means you care about the girl's wants and needs. That was just a small sample of my full-length book, The Game Plan. Click the link below to get your copy. The full version includes chapters like how to consistently bring girls home in less than 15 minutes, how to turn a woman on just by looking at her, how to seduce women with your voice, the complete guide to physical escalation, how to never run out of things to say, how to make your personality addictive to women, the complete guide to first dates, and many more. Click the link below to get your copy.